All right. Nick Hudson from Down Under, man. Take it away, brother.
Well, thanks, Larry. So yeah, just a quick little recap of just some things that I took from the course, from the boot camp that I think are really important and I'll use, for the rest of my life, really in the personal side and certainly in business when leading people. And the first concept was one of the very first things we learned. I still think it's incredibly important to this day and can really, change outlooks on life and business. And that's a real simple thing of statement of gratitude. Something I started doing in the boot camp, and then every day since, and still going strong, and something I'll definitely take with me. But I find for me personally, it brightens the entire day and just kind of brings the stress level down, and all these, big problems that you think are really big can suddenly seem so small, and then you're able to really attack them and overcome them a lot easier once you're just, grateful for really anything. Most of the time for me, it's something small. It just puts everything into perspective. So that first and foremost is made a big difference for me. The next thing that Coach Larry and I talked about all the time on almost every call is the power of staying present in the moment and some strategies to do so. This is something I definitely struggled with before this course. I would be, doing whatever task I would have at hand, but still worried about, maybe errors I made in the past or something I think may not go well in the future, or, what did I say wrong yesterday and what I might say wrong tomorrow, when really it was by doing that, you're overlooking what's right in front, and, you can never be fully 100% committed to the task at hand or the people you're with. And it's really not fair to myself or the people I'm working with or leading to not be 100% in the moment, focused on, the task at hand, and staying present, and continually working to be able to stay present is the key to all that. So another thing that really affected me a lot, something I, again, wasn't very good at before the course, was self-compassion. This is something that Dr. Gary talked a lot about. Obviously, all you guys talked about, because it's very, very important in terms of personal growth, but just the ability to make a mistake and then not necessarily beat myself up over it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you made that mistake, instead of just kind of taking emotion out of it, and being compassionate and just saying to yourself, mistakes do happen. I can make sure they don't happen again, or I can beat myself up over it and never learn. And, the cycle just continues over and over. But it really starts with being able to be compassionate with yourself, allowing yourself to make errors. One quick little thing I learned very early in this process: nobody's perfect, despite what we all might think. But just being comfortable with making an error sometimes maybe looking silly. It's just not the end of the world. And I find if you can just look at those objectively, be nice to yourself and look at those situations and say, okay, yeah, I did mess that up, but it's not the end of the world here. These are the things I can work on to fix it. And really just recently this happened in a situation with me at work. I did not do something I should have done. The person expecting it to be done was understandably upset. And before, this course and the strategies and all that, I would have taken this situation kind of from an angry perspective, mostly mad at myself, and then, maybe even mad at the other person, because my emotions are misguided at this point because I'm so mad at myself. But you know what, this time around, I listened to what they were saying, first of all. And then I took full responsibility for it. It was absolutely my fault. And then instead of just, being so hard on myself on why did you make that error? You're so bad at that. Or, I took a step back and looked at it objectively, unemotionally, and said, okay, yeah, I fell short on that one. Won't happen again. And just moved right on. And that was a big, big breakthrough. So definitely learned a lot out of this course. Those are just a few things. I can talk, Larry, all day about this stuff, as you know. So our calls run kind of long sometimes. But lastly, I want to thank you, Larry, and Dr. Gary, Bill, the whole team. You guys have been here for all of us the entire time. That was never in question. I felt anytime I needed any one of you guys would be there for sure. We really appreciate it, I can tell you.
Thank you. And priming you. How about commitments going forward?
So some of the things on the IDP, let's see, is I'll go with the one about communication. Communication has been something I've viewed as a strength for the most part over my career. However, this course has opened up my eyes a little bit to see that there are shortcomings in that, and which is, again, okay, something to be improved on. So one thing I definitely need to get better on, and I'm committing to being better on my IDP, is just being not necessarily the aggressor, but being more proactive in the communication instead of, doing what I think is my job and then sending it on, getting it off my desk, and then waiting to be heard back, to hear back from somebody rather. I need to be the one saying, okay, hey, I didn't hear back from you. Just checking, do you need anything from me? Is there anything I can do for you to get this answer back? Instead of just waiting around and, just waiting on an answer. Maybe they don't have all the tools they need from me to give me the answer, but I'll never know that unless I'm the one that engages and reaches out. So that is, I'd say, my biggest thing that I'm focused on moving forward.
Nice. All right. Well, I thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Let me hit the stop button here.